Hello, and welcome to week 4 of your executive certification program in business communications. This week, we're going to talk about written communication. First, let's clarify the difference between business writing and all other forms of writing. And that difference is this. It is the goal of business writing to get something done, to move the ball forward, to help the company achieve its goals. So every word you type, every sentence you compose, every decision you make must be measured against that yardstick. Does it move the ball forward? Does it help the company achieve its mission? If it does, keep it. If it doesn't, delete it. It's as simple as that. Therefore, the nature of business writing dictates that the first step in your writing process is to clarify for yourself what your writing goal is, your objective. You only get one, and everything in the writing is centered around achieving that objective with your audience. Notice that I mentioned the phrase writing process. What is your writing process? Don't really have one, you say? Wrong. Everybody has a writing process. Every time you sit down to write, you follow a process, whether it is subconscious or conscious, whether it is rough or refined. Because a writing process is simply everything that you do between the time that you start a piece of writing and the time that you finish a piece of writing. That is a writing process. Now, here's the rub. Want to know the difference between a trained and untrained writer? The difference between an amateur and a professional? It's how refined and how conscious they are of their writing process. Most of us develop our own individual writing processes. A lot of it is habit, oftentimes it's subconscious. But here's what I want you to do this week. I want you to examine your own individual writing process and then ask yourself, to what degree does your current process reflect the following 5 aspects, universal aspects, that should be present in any writing process, no matter how individual it is. Purpose of your writing must be crystal clear to you. If it isn't, it can't possibly be clear to anyone else. And your purpose, your objective, should be able to be stated in a simple sentence. My purpose is to. Now, it is perfectly fine to begin any business correspondence, any email, any memo, any document in exactly that manner. As its first sentence, my purpose in this memo is to. You see, in business writing, remember, our goal is to get something done. It isn't to entertain. It isn't to impress. It is to get something done. So plain is good. Simple and plain are even better. Remember what we said earlier in the course. There are no rules. The audience rules. This is the platinum rule of writing. Now that you have your objective, great, but now you must shape it for your audience. If you're speaking to an individual, for example, what is that individual's communication style? Directive, supportive, emotive, reflective? You shape your message accordingly. What does your audience feel about the topic or the objective? Are they hostile or are they receptive? Are they neutral or are they indifferent? What do they already know about the topic, or what do they need to know? What benefits must you put forward in order to get their buy-in, Because remember that radio station that plays 24/7 in every person's mind, WRIT-FM, what's really in it for me? You must show the benefits in order to get buy-in. And only after you have answered these kinds of questions should you proceed to the next step. We all have developed throughout the years our own methods of composing a draft. The biggest trap that I want to talk to you about this week is called excessive headwriting. And there is a discussion board topic devoted to it, so serious and pervasive is this problem. So please take a look at that discussion board on the writing process, writer's block, and headwriting. This is the most neglected step, getting feedback from somebody or somebodies. Think about it. You write alone the word silent in your head, and yet you expect somebody else to be able to accurately interpret those silent black squiggles on a white screen exactly as you intended? Not gonna happen. Not in a million years. That's why I say you should never let your audience be the second reader of what you wrote. You're the first reader. You wrote it. But in between yourself and the intended audience, put somebody else or somebodies. In other words, somebody who can give you some feedback before it goes out for real. Based on the feedback you get, revise your writing. Delete what needs to be deleted, add what needs to be added, clarify what needs to be clarified. After that revision, then apply at least 2 to 3 different proofreading techniques. Why 2 to 3? Because, as one of your videos will make clear this week and explain in further detail, it is cognitively impossible for you to accurately proofread your own writing. I assure you of that. As an editor, we used to have on our editorial staff 7 trained editors and proofreaders read every word that went into that magazine, but still, occasionally, errors got through. So, you think you're going to accurately proofread your own writing all by yourself? It will never happen. Not gonna happen. Impossible. You must have help proofreading. Okay, as usual, your deliverables this week are your discussion board threads and your assignment activity. Also, as usual, they are due by Sunday midnight. I hope that you can join us for our live office hour this week. I look forward to seeing you. And if not, please don't hesitate to phone, email, or text me. I always look forward to hearing from you, and I'll do the best I can to respond absolutely immediately to answer any question that you may have. Okay, talk to you later.